Hey guys, this is Tom Box, and I am here with... I don't know who's going first here.
Paul from Team APS. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Roxon?
I am Roxon, and I am here.
And the one who needs no intro himself.
I need an intro still. What do you mean? What?
Okay, the legendary Team
YouTuber
Samurai
Alive.
X1.
I'm Sam. What's up, guys?
Let's go. All right. If you guys haven't been with us before, we're going to rate every single set released in 2023. We've done this last year and the year before. It's kind of become our annual tradition. So this is the product tier list of 2023 for all TCG Yu-Gi-Oh product. And we even got some obscure ones here this year. And we're going to take turns. How this is going to go, pretty simple. We're going to take turns on this and from set to set. If you guys want to chime in, if you guys want to fight for a different position, you guys are welcome to do so after they've chosen their rank. And finally, we'll finish off with a lightning round for all the Lost Art and the OTS packs available. And yeah, that's really it. This time around, I am going to start Paul off, since Paul went last time, I believe.
Oh, did I? Okay.
I think you did. All right, so very first at Amazing Defenders.
Okay, Amazing Defenders. So I can just say right off the bat, this set, I remember everyone was like, when it released, trash, right?
Yeah.
People were like, oh, this is awful, this is so terrible, none of these archetypes are good. This set literally is like the opposite. By the end of the year, these are like the three really good decks. Like, honestly, I think that this set really turned around. It just took like some months for the extra support to come out. So if I'm judging it based on like kind of where it ultimately ended up, I would probably put this in like B tier, maybe. I mean, maybe even A if we want to be like generous to, you know. I think on release B, maybe like A if you're considering just how good these decks really became, though. It's still, you know, it's still like not perfect because these sets can sometimes be sort of hard to like pull the good stuff from. But I would say A.
I agree.
Like if we're going by end of year.
I agree. It did end up really, really nice at the end. All the collector rate, everything bumped up. If you picked up hydrants way back in the day, man, they were so cheap. And if you want to pick up hydrants like now, holy crap, it's like 80.
Oh, they're like 80 bucks?
Yeah, like 80 to 100. If you're like a collector, you're in the hundreds.
Was like 10 or 15 bucks. It's just crazy to think about.
I had like, I remember I bought a case and I pulled like 4 collector hydrants. And I thought they were ass, so I just threw my mystery packs.
Oh man,
yeah,
good for
I pulled a collector's rare hydrant actually, and I was like, this is awesome, but like I just thought it was like a little fun pet deck, and now it's like literally like the best thing. So
all right,
it was.
Next, who actually got the shoes?
I did.
Okay, you know what?
I also have some shoes.
Did you get the shoes, Roxon?
Time in more.
I didn't get the shoes.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna skip to Sam for this one. We'll go back to you because I wanted to let you guys can make the. I didn't get the shoes, so where would you rate the shoes?
Bro, I bought 2 pairs for like $1,000. I think I got ripped off.
you got ripped off for sure. Like you could get these for like half that.
Okay, where would you rate the shoes? These shoes that came with the Adidas logo shoe and the card.
These are ugly as hell, bro. I never wore this shoe one time.
So,
I'm sorry, bro. If you wear these shoes to the event, bro, I'm roasting you, bro. No cap. But the card is nice. The card is nice. You know, like actually, I like the Exodia keychain and stuff, but like me personally, I'm not a fan of the shoe, bro. Like I'd roast you. You know, like you know what I'm saying?
Same. Okay, so I was gonna say I'm kind of gonna second with Sam on this. Like, the shoes are cool. Like the concept's really cool. The actual look is like the look's not great.
Like they could have chosen a different model. Like the shoe model could have been something. Adidas has so many cool looking. If they made these as Ultra Boost, dude, I'd be wearing them every day. Ultra Boosts are freaking fine, but
honestly, I like the overall product design. Like the box is nice, the gold sark, you know.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
And like you buy multiple pairs of shoes, you can collect the Exodia pieces.
You gotta be careful though, because like the way they package those cards can damage them too. Like that's not really a mark against the product, but just like, you know, because they like Adidas, tape the Dark Magician in there. That's not really like the product though. So
it's kind of like the Japanese pot collection where they kind of just have it up there. It was really weird. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'll put these. Oh, C, D.
I think C. Like, there's more worse products out there.
It's a good concept, so I think I'd put it at C.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is like potentially it could be there if the shoes are cooler. Like in the future, they could be really good.
Yeah.
Also, I'm like low-key waiting on the Nike collab. I know it's probably never gonna happen, but man, if it does.
Man, no. I don't think so. That'd be
Man,
crazy.
That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. But if they did do something crazy again with Adidas, can they go for like seriously go for ultra boost lines? Go for the running shoe that people care about. That would
they pick these like they pick these kind of like yucky ones. And I'm just like,
or even like the old school like Adidas, and you know the classic one with the little round cap at the front. I don't know what do you call those.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Those would have been cool too. Okay, next up, Photon Hypernova. We're going back to Ruxin. What do you think about this site?
This set I remember being pretty hype right off the bat, and recently when I've looked into it, they still have the Triple Tactics Thrust, which is a big card. Big Welcome Labyrinth's a big ultra in the set.
Yeah.
So overall, I think it's a pretty solid set, and I don't know too much about all the meta play out of it or anything, but just having those big cards in there and being a pretty hype set early on, I would have it personally up at like A tier.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it dominated the entire year. This is like one product I actually can't find extras of anymore. I thought that there would be like some leftovers. I mean, sure, Arise Heart got hit by the ban list recently, and it was the reason why it dominated the entire like the world season where they tried to like push people to play at WCQ. Literally top 4 was all just Kashtira. Kashtira just
that's the thing. Like
the
this set, like Kashtira dominated like the first half of the year, and then like Thrust is still just like, good. So
Thrust is
like,
Thrust.
Thrust is Thrust. Like it's $100 like bucks or whatever. I mean, honestly, like I think the worst thing you could probably say about like Photon Hypernova is like maybe it's just their Rise Heart ban, but like that still doesn't affect like the product to me. Like I still think it's really good.
And it also had the Mirror Jade Starlight, which was just brand new.
Oh yeah,
people
that's
love
true.
that.
Yeah,
that's like a good bonus. Like having a really solid top end Starlight just adds in like to the value of like even it's really good in the meta. Then you could also get this really cool card.
That's true.
That's really cool. Yeah, that's really true too. All right, I'll take this one. Structure deck, the first structure deck of the year, the Traptrix one. I'm aiming for B tier. It had so much hype when it came out. It's like, oh, it's such a strong deck, and it had evenly matched in there, so the reprints were pretty solid, for sure. It was also playable right out of the box as a structure deck. That's as far as it goes, because in terms of competitive play, outside of Pack trying to really push the deck,
which he did.
It did work. He found success with it, but I don't think that success was repeated by a lot of other people. Like people tried.
Yeah.
How often do structure decks actually? How often are they actually playable immediately like this deck though? Is that like a usual? I'm asking because I don't.
That's a fair question. I think
the deck was good. It was really good.
It was good. Like if it was not good, it would not be here.
It's like just grabbing some cards you don't actually use. Like just play 3 Traptrix was actually decent, wasn't it?
Yeah, the reason I was gonna say is the reason why I would maybe argue for this to be in like bottom of A. Like I don't know if we're ordering within tiers, but like this is. Konami doesn't always really have structures that are like Ruxin says, like very pick up and play. Like this is actually pretty pick up and play.
That's why I like this. I actually built this deck. I actually got the 3 structures and put them together and made a deck of it. I never actually played it, but I put it together. I was like, if I could just potentially play this with somebody,
you could.
That's so cool. I don't have to do any work. I just get 3 of them. I like it for that reason. I don't know if it's like an actual great deck. It's just a really cool product because people don't have to do that.
No, it is a solid deck.
It was D's. It was so good.
It was
like
good.
Just being okay and being able to buy $30 worth of product and it be okay, that seems pretty good to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, one last quick thing on this too. This thing had a load of good reprints. Like, I know you kind of already mentioned it.
The reprints were just like the reprints are super fire on this one for sure.
Yeah, there were some good ones.
All right. Next up, Sam, Maze of Memory. Do you remember this?
What? Gate Guardian support?
Gate Guardian support, the reprints for Baron de Fleur.
Remember when Baron
Guardian
Collector Rare mattered? Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Rarity Collection came out. So honestly, oh my god, this is getting bad, bro.
Whoa!
This came out so hot back then. No, dude, man, best tier 1 deck according to your thumbnail.
Here's one other thing. Wow, Tom, going for the jugular, I see. Listen, here's one thing, Sam, just keep this in mind. It did also at the time reprint like Guardian Chimera, which for a lot of people that was kind of cool. So like
the reprints are good. The reprints are pretty good.
Actually, some good reprints. The actual archetypes suck for the most part. But Gate Guardian being like a kind of a retro one, it'll have that value as well. Yep. So there were some good reprints. Apparently, Excel Synchro is still like $30 too.
Yeah, they never got reprinted. That one didn't get reprinted.
Yeah.
Honestly, I put it at C too. I put it at C. It wasn't the greatest, but it's not bad.
It aged
I'm with
poorly.
that.
It aged poorly.
I agree.
Yes,
Yes, there you go.
aged
Aged
poorly,
poorly.
for sure.
There you go,
That's
there
a
you go.
great way to put it.
Okay,
Yeah.
next one, Speed Duel. I'm giving all the Speed Duel ones to you because I think most of us did not touch Speed Duel at all.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I understand.
You do, bro.
So the thing is, like, Speed Duel is like, it's not bad. You know, I always have to like put out my little bit for Speed Duel. I think let's just give it a shot. Like, it's not so bad. This particular product, so I like these little box things where you can like pick them up and just like play them with a group. It's not going to be something that like your average sort of player is going to really care about. I put this one in like C maybe. We played with this one a bit. It was pretty fun. It's got like some GX like decks in it and stuff. I think that the Battle City one that they released later is a little bit better, but I would safely say like the GX one is C, the Battle City one's maybe like B, like bottom of B. And I don't actually know too much about the tournament packs. I almost feel like it's like hard to really rate them because
let's rate.
So
let's rate by the cards. You have Ben 10 and Elemental Hero. What is this one?
I can't really speak much on Speed Duel because I actually don't know the meta, right? So
I don't know the meta either. So where would you? The other one's Goblin Zombie Banisher. This one's Ben 10 and Elemental Hero Plasma Vice.
Yeah,
I say like let's just toss them in C just to be like kind of. I mean, I don't want to like not give them their due, but there are so few people who I even ever hear like having a Speed Duel locals
tournament
that gets
pack.
these.
The only time I ever got to one of these packs is through the charity event, and they were just part of the packs that Konami gave us.
Like, does anyone's locals do Speed Duel like?
Nope.
No.
At all? Like,
Okay, well there you go.
So I think that's my only reason why I can't rate them really accurately. So I just like have not gotten these. I know they give them out sometimes at public events at YCS's.
They do.
I've seen people
That's
get
like
them. So,
freebies,
like,
eh? That's like freebies.
I think you still have to win them.
You still have to win them. At YCS,
play.
you have to win them at the Speed Duel events.
So.
All right, next up. All right, Roxon. Legendary Collection 25th Anniversary Edition.
Oh, this
The one with the classic
Ooh.
pack. I think this is a perfect fit for you. Where
Come
would you
on,
rate
come on,
these?
Sam. It's the classics. So
Come
it
on.
is. It's a
Come on,
product
dude.
that we've already gotten before, which makes it kind of like not
Yeah.
awesome, but it's also a product that people will always want to open. If you're actually opening for like any sort of playable cards, I mean, other than your snatch steals that recently got unbanned,
okay, yeah.
I mean, they're not going to get much. And the
Yeah.
promo packs, I was a little disappointed with how they did the promo packs. I was hoping that instead of just printing the 6 cards that were normally promos in 25th, it would be something new. And I was hoping maybe they do something different with the packs. They didn't do that, so I can't put it up there like at the top. But I always like having those old packs coming back because people are always wanting to open those. So
True. A B.
yeah, it's a B because there's not a lot of innovation with it. It's a great product just for like nostalgia
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
But it's not a lot of innovation.
I have a question.
I agree.
I'm assuming that we are not rating the individual re-releases of these packs. Like, I know that'd probably be like a lot of
No,
packs.
I'm not going to rate them because they're all going to fall under a very similar category at the end of the day.
Okay, so what I was going to say about that
This can
then,
count for all of those products. The Legend of Blue Eyes,
Okay.
Spell Ruler, Metal Raiders, they're all
that
part
is-
of this.
if that is
Yeah.
the case, I will say 2 little quick things on it. The first is that, like, at my shop, they got, like, boxes of all of them or
Yeah.
whatever. And LOB sells fast. People just, they like it.
Yeah.
Still, a lot of
Yeah,
casual
yeah.
people show up and buy it. Spell Ruler actually is low-key pretty good, though, for GOAT, like, reprints and stuff. Like, just because there are cards in Spell Ruler that are, like, really good in GOAT, and, like, you just get to pull them naturally from it, so it's been kind of popular. I don't think that like makes this product particularly great, like value-wise. I still think like $30 is a bit much to be charging for,
I
these,
think
but
that the boxes are a better reprint than this because
yes, that's what I
I
was
think
getting
if it
at,
were the
yeah.
box, I really like the boxes because I think that they're, as Paul said, they're, if you do want to open stuff, you can actually pick the set you want. You don't have to buy all 6 of them. And then also they're just a good product because they've never had a box reprint, so you can keep that sealed if you want. The LOB stuff is always going to do super well, and then the other ones right now are super cheap, but I think they're going to get better as time goes on because I don't think they're going to do another box reprint for a while.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you get,
Okay.
because if you get boxes, like you should keeping like 1 or 2 sealed could be really fun. So
Yeah, and it's just a cool product to, like, you can have a LOB box, and I think that's a lot cooler than, because we already have Legendary Duelist like 6 times.
Yeah.
We don't have any box reprints. We have the original boxes and that's it, Unlimited and First Ed. So the Legendary Duelist is cool and it's fun for variety, but if you actually want to specific set, getting the box is a lot cooler. So I'll throw that out there.
Okay. Next up, a core set, Cyberstorm Access. This is such a weird set because I think the archetype that people are super hyped about was so short-lived. Like after that, a ban list came out and killed the deck, which is super heavy samurai.
Is this Sam or your turn? I don't know.
This is my turn. This is my turn.
Okay.
It released a lot of stuff that was very useful. I mean, you got like Chaos Angel. You've got. What are you? I'm contemplating putting this at like in terms of the set of this year. I'm gonna put it around C.
Okay.
There's only a couple of chases in there, and then I mean, you got like the gold prize stuff that was made playable, and you also got Dissipator here. A lot of stuff that was impactful later on. Yes,
I was gonna say this one aged like pretty well because it's like Chaos Angel's just generally good.
Yeah.
Dissipator, it's good. Guiding Quim like actually was in here, and so like that's like that like right now that's actually like gone up in price a lot since like
I can like see that because it aged better. I'll put it at the bottom of B, but on release, it was a very big disappointment when when Super Heavy Samurai immediately got slammed.
Yeah,
that part really sucked. Yeah. Like when people invested into making it.
So those cards you mentioned are really expensive though. The Dissipator is like a $38 Ultra or something.
Oh yeah, that is ridiculous.
Like, there's some crazy prices in here, so if you do open it up, there's a lot of potential.
Okay. Next up, deck build set.
Bottom of B.
It's bottom of B. I'll agree with that. Next set. Deck build set, Wild Survivors. Sam, what do you think about the dinos, the cooks, and also the Vanquish Souls?
Your nose is mine. Vanquish, I don't know, bro. B? Bottom B?
Bottom of B. I would say Cyberstorm Access is better.
Burger?
B for burger. Hungry burger set.
Burger?
Burger?
Yeah, no, this was good. Like Vanquish Soul now, like I think it's like one of the top tier decks, right? Obviously, like it's still.
It is definitely among the higher tier for sure.
Also, like the collector's rare as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they're very very nice. So I would not put this as C tier. I put it at like B, like somewhere around B. What do you guys think?
Ruxin.
No, Ruxin, what do you think about the distribution of putting all of the best cards as ultra rares?
I hate that. I don't like collector rare sets at all, but
I don't either really.
I hate the setup of them, but I know that these have strong archetypes in here, or at least a couple of them, and then just having the burger is so much fun. So I've always loved this set for that reason. Okay. But it's so unfun to open because you get nothing.
Three
it's
ultra
just absolutely miserable.
Three ultra.
21 supers and 3 ultras. 2 out of 3 times.
So my thing with this set and like honestly even Amazing Defenders, these sets sit on shelves like forever. Not to say that this is a bad one. I think the Wild Survivors is like pretty good, but it's just like sometimes these sets they come out, the pull rates are so awful, and like no one wants to buy this stuff after like a week or so because it's just like they're just not fun to open at all.
Yeah.
So if we're judging it by that, I'd give it C. But I think if we're judging it by like just Vanquish Soul itself being quite good, then B's fine. So I won't find it.
Like for a deck build set, this is like compared to Amazing Defender, this is like a little bit of a miss. Like
it's a step down.
It is definitely a step down because like the other two, like the dinosaurs, they didn't give us back more dinosaurs to play, so no one's touching the Ground Xeno stuff.
Wait, is it a set where the thing came out?
Ground Xeno?
The Hungry Burger?
Yes.
Yeah, Nouvelle.
Oh, Nouvelle's? Oh, I don't know about that. Hungry Burger. Gonna pull Hungry Burger.
Okay.
Who doesn't want
Sam couldn't be more excited.
I mean, the collector rare burger is where it's at, right? The collector rare burger, that's where it's at.
I only had to open like 8 cases of the set to get it, so that was great.
Wow.
Burger and burger.
That's intense. That's intense.
Yo, it can be high C to be honest.
High C.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, next we have Battles of Legends for Paul.
Oh my lord. D? I really didn't like this one. I might be missing, so it's okay, listen, if I'm missing something really obvious, please let me know. But this set, like, God man, I don't think this was it. This set, I remember my locals has so many of these and they're just sitting there and like people have all these like quarter century secrets that are worth like digit dollars, like single digit dollars.
You got your I think, is this access code?
Was
No.
Access?
That was last year.
That was last year.
No,
this
we
year
didn't
was
have
what?
anything that
This is
good.
IP Master.
Best
This is
part
IP
of the set is
Masquerade.
IP
Zeus.
Masquerade,
And
which
Zeus.
is just
Yeah.
a tragedy itself.
That was so sad.
Yeah,
IP
I
Masquerade
think
and Zeus.
because here's the thing, like Zeus, the Zeus reprints like neat, sure, but like IP gets like reprinted literally in Rarity Collection later. So and then there were so many random ass secrets. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
just
yeah.
random things that you just. I get like it's maybe cool for
It's
anime
so
fans,
niche.
but this stuff it sucks. It's niche. It's like I wouldn't recommend anybody buy this. I really don't think it's like a. If you want one card out of this set, just buy the single or whatever. But like this is not. It's not very exciting. And
This
there's not
Battles
value
of
in
Legend
it.
was like, if you compare to past year, definitely doesn't live up to the hype. Like usually
Not
Battles
at
of Legend
all.
used to be like one of the most hyped set to come out. It's like the full foil set. You expect like crazy good reprints. I didn't feel that
Like,
in this one.
The
at
only
all.
reason I'm not giving it F, honestly, is because like I know that there are things a little worse, but like this isn't it isn't good. Like I think that you could delete Battles of Legend from this year and nobody would remember it was gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like
Most of the cards got another reprint later, so it kind of hurt a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm calling D.
All right, Roxanne, you get a set reset. You get a series reset, which is the green set, the Duelist set of the year, core set, Duelist Nexus. I
curious
have words to say about this one.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
curious about
Duelist
this one.
Nexus, great. Oh man, this set was not very exciting on my end. I think this was the first print of the Magicians of Bonds and Unity, right? The green one.
The first one.
Yeah.
The first one.
Yeah. So I thought that was a cool item, but then it's gonna get 3 more print, or it already got 1. It's gonna get like 1 or 2 more or whatever. So it kind of diminishes that. And then I don't really remember anybody being that excited about this set. I could be wrong, but if I'm just picking myself, like I liked it even less than Monsters Revenge. Like,
Ooh,
is there
okay.
something that was
Okay.
good in here that I forgot about?
I want to chime in on this one because this is like, I agree with what you've said so far. A lot of people weren't that hyped about Duelist Nexus, but considering the meta impact that this thing had, it's like a bad box to buy, yet it also changed the game so much. It gave us Unchained, gave us like Perlily, like not Perlily, but the black little baby Pearly. It gave us Infernoble, which is another top tier deck. It gave us Branded Chimera, and it also gave us like Crimson Dragon. All of these are like, every single one was meta impactful, yet we didn't care about the set very much. It's
such
so
a
weird.
It's such a bizarre set in that way. Like everything that you said is right. It's weird because I remember this thing was like 40 a box on like TCG Player for a bit, and like it's a little higher now, but like that's pitiful. Like this was like this was the set that basically started the whole like shops are dropping Yu-Gi-Oh thing, and like we can't sell these core sets, and so I don't know.
It's so strange considering the meta impact that this thing had. It was so hyped, and it's still like we still feel it today, but somehow it's still regarded as a bad set. And it's a green set because green set usually get the most hype because it's the Duelist
Well, you know what
set.
it was.
It's gonna be like
well, you know what it is though, right? Like with this, it didn't have like a spell. Like green sets always have like the spell. You know what I mean? And this didn't really have like the spell. Like
It had
the
5
Nadir
archetypes.
Servant
It had 5
kind of
archetypes
thing.
that were good.
But here's the thing with those archetypes though. The archetypes are good, but like it still kind of asks you to be interested in one of them. Like if you yourself are not like super into it, into like Unchained. I don't know. Maybe I'm selling it too short. I don't know.
I'll give it to a C because like I know like the general census is that this thing is like not that great, but then the cards in there are decent. Like you pull them, you're not gonna feel that bad. But I think there might have been. I think it could have been fixed with like rarity shifting a bit. They could have fixed up some of the rarities in there. Some of the cards definitely deserved a much better rarity, but.
Sorry, Ruxin, what did you say? Like, what did I don't even remember. It was his pick, so
I was leaning
kinda
toward D,
interrupted.
but if you've got some, I don't know the meta impact of all the cards. So if there is some good cards in there and you want to put it in C, that works for me.
I think it's better than the shoes.
Yeah.
I think it's
fair.
better than the shoes.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
That's fair.
Next one, yay! Legendary Collection, the Soulburning Volcano.
Oh god.
Oh man, there's
Who
about.
is this? Is this you, Tom?
This is me. It's actually if I got lucky with Battles of Legend, I'd still be happy. But I think for me, this one wasn't that great. It's
All right, I've got a hot take, and it's not that you should move it.
Is
'cause I
it?
think
Is
it's
it? You
fine
got a
where
hot
it
take
is.
because it's the Soulburning Volcano.
Maybe.
Sorry.
Listen, okay. No, you're I mean,
No, for me,
so-
it's like you're looking for two cards. You're looking for Dempsey, or you're looking for the Salamangreat Raging Phoenix. I think those, and or you're a Salad player and you want the new Salad cards.
Yeah.
That I will
So-
say, cool.
I don't think that it shouldn't be in D tier. I still think D is the place for it. But I would actually put it above Battles of Legend, because
Okay.
Battles of Legend is that forgettable. Like, at least this has individual cards you want. And also, you know how like Ruxin was talking about how like the deck builder sets are just so awful to open? If there's one thing I can say about these Soulburning Volcano, it's actually pretty fun to open because like you get foils like pretty frequently.
That's
like,
true.
I've opened
Okay.
They're
like
not
a box.
guaranteed. So if you get a super and you're like, oh, not guaranteed. That's cool.
Like,
Yeah, like it's because like, out of
you don't
36
get
packs-
collector rares out of this. You get a ghost rare out of this one. This is
You
like,
get a
this is
ghost
a
rare,
this
Which
is
is
legendary
actually
Duelist.
okay. It's like $70, which compared to Duels from the Deep and Synchrostorm, those were like $20 ghosts. So this is actually a decent ghost. Like,
I mean, this
Yeah,
ghost
that's
is
like-
meta. This ghost is meta though. This ghost is
Yeah.
Sunlight
Yeah.
Wolf.
yeah, it's not a bad card.
Yeah, and also like with this deck, like okay, if I wanted to like say I'm just kind of a casual and I want to like build some decks out of like Wild Survivors, it ain't happening, right? Like if I build if I buy a couple boxes of that, I'm not building any of that. I can't. But like if I buy a couple boxes of Soulburning, like
Yeah.
I can feasibly actually put together like a deck just with the better pull rates and stuff like that. Like again,
Yeah, you
it
can.
still belongs in D. I'm not saying it is like some hidden gem, but like I think it's actually not as awful as people say it is. It's just
honestly-
that it released at a bad time.
I think they should combine like this and collector rare sets. Just like if they like made these in a similar way, like you had collector rares, but it's like in the 36 pack box with the 5-6 ultras and the supers, not guaranteed. I think that would
I
be
agree.
a really good. It'd be an improvement on the CR sets for sure, and it'd be a lot
Yeah.
more interesting. And you
Okay.
could leave the ghost in there too. It'd be like ghost and CR and pullable like hollows. It would just be better.
Okay.
I was thinking, so here's my thing with these sets. Like, this is about Soulburning and like kind of the deck builder ones. It's just like, man, these are the reason that Yu-Gi-Oh feels so padded most years. Like, you know how like Ruxin, you made like that video about like they release stuff like every 2 weeks sometimes and it feels like it's too much. I feel like when people think there's too many Yu-Gi-Oh products, it's because of sets like this and like Wild Survivors and like all that, where there's so many and they come out like right after a core set or right before a core
And you
set.
could make
it's like-
3 of them into one easily, and people would actually like
Exactly.
that one. They'd be excited about it.
I think they should
Yeah.
give some of the products a little bit more breathing room so that we can actually appreciate the stuff rather than like Ruxin said in his video. It just feels like you're just jumping onto the next thing. You're always hype chasing. There's nothing to really appreciate.
Yeah.
All right, Sam, you got a really fun product.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Platinum Dark Magician.
Bro, this product shouldn't even be on this episode. Just honestly, if there's a below F, is like you put a Z? You put a Z?
I can't.
Yes.
I'm not changing the layout, but I know where you're putting it. You're putting it right
The
here.
product is so that you don't understand. On all Konami social media, they're like, guys, remember, the new Dark Magician is now out. Get it today. Bro, on Twitter, they tweet that thing like every day. Did you guys?
They're
This
so
thing-
desperate to get rid of that thing.
For the holidays.
There
get your
was
friend
a
cheap
huge
gift.
I think the number one thing that everyone chimed up on, the biggest issue, the price jump. $300 difference compared to the last one. That was number one. That was the first
Wait,
thing
there was
everyone jumped on. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, the
300
Blue Eyes was
Yeah, Blue Eyes
1,000
was
and the
1,000.
Dark Magician's 1,300.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
that-
Like, go like some gold on there or
In
what?
2021, it was 1,000,
Inflation.
and that was during the hype. And now we're like way down from the hype, and they're charging 1,300. Makes no sense.
I mean, I guess they would argue inflation.
This should have been
but-
even if they sold it at 800. I think,
Inflation of what though? It cost them like what, $100 to make these?
well,
or
okay,
whatever?
okay. Let me do the math out for you guys. At the time when I checked, the amount of silver that you get on this card is about $16 worth of silver. It was raw material. Okay, so there's the raw material. Then you have to do the acrylic brick.
Frame.
The acrylic brick, the
$4.
packaging, I would say it costs maybe, and because handling of the material, because they do have to deal with the material, they're not just buying silver and then they have to get someone to handle it. It's probably about $100 a piece. About $100 a piece.
There's no way.
Like, what a joke. Like, that's...
No way. That's $100 a piece. No, they would not sell it.
No, because like even the raw material itself is already close to $20. But then they also need someone to handle the material to do the stamping. They have to
Yeah,
do the stamping.
in China, that thing is cheap. So they make
And even
come on,
if it
we're
is
ma-
100,
we're
you're
into-
making $900.
$30 at most.
So the thing is, they could have sold it at $800,
And no
and
one
then
would
people
buy it.
might have bought it.
800? No, hell no.
No,
honestly, dude.
I'm saying like if they were trying to hype it up like compared to Blue Eyes, make this one a little bit cheaper. They should keep it all.
No, that would have been the way to go because then you'd be like, oh, okay, they're giving us a discount on the other one, and nobody would have been mad. They'd have been like, I might not buy it.
I hear what you're saying.
But now it's like everyone's like, heck no, you're really gonna upcharge us for this? Like that's why
when
no one's
people
buying it.
compare Blue Eyes versus Dark Magician, Blue Eyes always gets the favor.
Yeah.
And why is
Blue
Dark
Eyes
Magician more expensive?
Because here's the thing, Blue Eyes is the Charizard, right? Like,
yeah.
I feel like what they really should have done is like Blue Eyes should have been cheaper, really, and then like this should have been like even cheaper than that.
This should have been cheaper.
I don't understand these products.
Together,
like,
bro. They should have sold both together at the same time. Like the hype is nice.
Yes, it's true. Sam was right. They should have done both of them at the exact same time.
Exactly. Or like,
these products make no sense to me.
I was in like a double. You know, like
a bundle.
One pack. It's one plaque with Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. That would have been nice.
Sell as a mystery pack. They should have kept it sealed. You don't know which one you're getting.
Oh no!
Wait, Sam.
That is what they would have done.
Dude, Sam. Listen, Sam. You got to put this in one of your mystery packs.
Oh my!
Open it, unscrew it, unscrew it. It's slightly heavier.
Oh my god! No.
There's like a few
$2,000
slight chance that you get one.
I'd rather give her a DDS, bro. This is terrible. Like, it's not even playable. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not playable.
Trust me, bro. You know it's down bad when like the social media marketers at Konami are just begging you to buy this.
Yeah, I feel it's a rough time for them.
Even on Instagram too, they're like, "Oh, products that you must buy for the winter," and they put this card on there. Who's gonna buy their kids this Christmas? $300 Dark Magician?
That is not. I'd rather buy a case. Honestly, I'd rather buy a case. I'd rather buy a Rarity Collection case.
Doesn't look good,
or like I said, like buy a DDS Dark Magician, like, you know, something.
It's not gonna be 1,300 for that. Maybe what 800, something like that.
Yeah, do that. Get it graded. You'll be more valuable over time.
Oh, get it graded.
Yeah, get a 9.5 if you buy it from me, Paul.
Oh, hey, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
I saw Paul at DDS. I got a 9.5.
That's crazy. It was
all right.
Pretty cool.
Okay,
Anyway,
I think we're done roasting that one for now. I mean, that one does definitely. I think they lost sight of what they were trying to do. Next one, this one is for you, Paul. But then we can all chime in. This is the YCS new prize card. This is Glutonia. Another verse Glutonia.
I mean, I don't really. Okay.
This is more of a. This is more of a conversation of how do you like the direction of them putting it as a a normal monster as a prize card.
It's ass.
Do you
bro?
I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on this. Like, because here's how I see it, right? Like, I get that most people aren't even gonna ever like own this card or whatever. So technically, it almost doesn't matter what it is, really. But I've always found these cards kind of random. Like they're just.
I like it though. I like that.
I don't know it. The art's amazing. The mat's great. Like the mat looks cool. Yeah. But like the monster just doesn't do it for me. I don't really.
Where would you put it?
See.
Better than the shoes or not as good as the shoes? I think the shoes is a threshold right here. Is it better than the shoes?
Sam, Phil, what are we?
So the thing about the normals, I kind of personally think the normals are cool. It's just kind of like a throwback, sort of old school kind of thing. And it depends on how you feel about prize cards being playable, like very inaccessible, really good cards. Do you want them to be like a Link monster that's really good that only 17 people have? Or do you not want it to be? Being the normal is actually kind of good because then there's not a few guys playing the Crush Card Virus or whatever that nobody else has. So, or it could be bad. You might want that to happen, so it's like a reward for winning. You actually have a good card no one else has. So it just depends on how you feel about
Are you trying to turn these prize cards into like UDS belts? Because like if you make a prize card so good that it's a clear advantage for just having it, then you enforce the model of pay to win because people are going to pay lots of money for it. But do you want the game to be fair?
You know what I've always thought they should do with the prize cards? Just as like kind of a general thought is like alt arts and like stuff like that. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, just so like my prize card, like Ash Blossom or like Thrust or something, let's say, or like Little Knight.
Oh, that'd be sick.
is like it's like an alt art Little Knight that you only get if you like, you know, top the YCS or won the YCS or whatever.
It's actually crazy.
And,
Yeah, that's a
and then-
really good idea.
And then the thing is, there's no competitive advantage, but like it's the biggest flex. Like you're
Yeah.
playing,
I agree.
you know, the staple cards in like a. So I think that'd be cool.
I mean, that's
And
kind of
what
how
we're
we
gonna
feel
do.
too right now, right? Because if someone pulls out like what's
It's like
the price?
OTS ulti.
It's like
right?
someone puts out like an
But
ultra
even
rare
bigger.
Minerva. Like that's a huge
Yeah.
flex.
Yeah,
Because it only comes out in that rarity for the prize card. It makes sense.
Yeah.
but that's where we're to rank this. I just say like C or maybe B. I don't know.
Cool.
Sure.
Next up, the tins. Ruxin.
Okay, the tins. This year they weren't as good as normal. Like the actual packs inside, I wasn't blown away by what you got out of those. The promos were kind of cool.
Okay.
I mean, there were 16 options. I liked them. It was nice to have promos back in general, so that was a big plus because
Yeah.
we've been asking for that since what 2019 or whatever it was. So it was good to have those back. Though they were not that. I mean, they were just kind of like classic dual
I think they're kind of
monsters.
cool.
Kinda
They're kind of cool. I mean, quarter
Yeah,
centuries.
they were all right. Like I was happy with them. I mean, they probably could have been better. It could have been more than one promo per tin or whatever. The actual tins themselves, like the packs, were not amazing. So this is probably like a B tier for me if I had to pick.
Sam?
I agree. The B tier. Honestly, I feel like,
Yep,
I feel like as years progress, like the tins get lazier and lazier. You know, like this thing
I
they
agree.
nice. They just copied and pasted a bunch of JPEG characters and put on a tin. The tin
artwork.
like they just literally just copied their like literally the. It looks so shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it did not look good.
I thought
Like-
that they could have just made like a black tin for once, like an actual like black tin with like the Yu-Gi-Oh swirl. I would just appreciate that a bit more.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
that looks so
lazy
sick.
Design. I feel like it's just a lazy
Yeah, the
design.
design was lacking on these
Okay.
for sure.
So, you know what I also think with these tins too? Is like, so Sam's 100% right. Like, the tins, basically, like 2019 was like peak tin, right? For most people.
Yeah, for sure.
And since
the Gold
then,
Star tin,
it's-
yeah.
Yeah, like Gold Star tin. Since then, it's kind of like gone a little downhill, but like always been all right. Like, they still have the reprints they're supposed to have. This time, it's like they clearly were holding off on a lot of reprints, I guess, just for Rarity Collection and other stuff.
Yeah,
But it brings me back.
They announced Rarity Collection before this even came out, didn't they?
Yeah.
They
They did.
burned this pretty hard.
It almost brings me back to that thing that you were saying, Ruxin, where it's like, man, it almost just feels like this product could have not happened and we just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, I just,
It definitely
you know,
could have, because
yeah.
I remember, now that you say this, I remember these were coming out and people were doing pre-orders, and then they were like, by the way, we're reprinting a bunch of stuff in Rarity Collection, though you
Yeah.
just bought these tins, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, thanks for
Yeah,
letting
they
us know.
could've-
So now that I remember that, let's put them at C. That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Oh man, I'm really bad with this camera control thing.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm trying to work this out. Okay, so I think the tin and probably Rarity Collection, they probably could have made a Rarity Collection tin.
10.
What do you guys think about
It could
that?
have,
That could have been the
I-
tin.
that could have, like, I agree with you just in that, like, Rarity Collection was, like, great, you know, spoiler, but, like, tins were, like, so underwhelming and under-delivering on what past years had done, they might as well have just put them together.
Yeah, they could have.
Or,
They could
or
have.
something like it.
They could have actually teased
And-
us. They could have teased us like this. Like, if they say they released the tins, okay? They released the tins, but they put one Rarity Collection pack before releasing this. You know, right? Back when they did the Stardust tin, the Stardust and the
Oh,
Red
I know
Dragon
exactly
tin,
what you're
you
talking
You
about,
basically
yeah.
got a preemptive taste before Duelist Genesis came out. You got to open those
Yeah.
packs. They could have done that with this. They could have shoved one or two packs just to tease us, and it would have been like the craziest marketing for the Rarity Collection.
That would be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That would have been pretty
Also-
cool.
Also, speaking of them doing too much, they had Monsters Revenge, this, and Rarity Collection in like 5 months.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are all reprint sets.
Yeah, that
So it
was-
was just like
Yeah.
reprinting into the ground everything. So by the time
And this
Rarity
was
Collection
also-
showed up, those two were screwed.
And this is also coming, like, right off the heels of, like, people not really loving Duelist Nexus, and then, like, Soulburning was not, like, great, and then it's like, oh, these 10 show up. And it's just like, man. And then, like, Dark Magician was right after that. So it's just a lot of not great things in a
Yeah,
row.
they missed a few in a row. It was pretty rough.
Yep. All right. Well, maybe they'll fix it for next time. I mean, last year since we had all the Ghost Girls, that was great.
I say move this to C, by the
Yeah,
way.
put it in
That's
C.
my
Put it in
yeah,
C.
that's my thing. I'd say under. Yeah, I'd say under.
I still like that set a little bit more.
Actually, I say put this under Duelist Nexus.
Yeah.
Duelist Nexus. I mean, Duelist Nexus actually did
something.
things.
Okay. Next up, the Crimson King, Crimson King. For a structure deck, this one is actually pretty solid. If you want to just pick it up, 3 of them, you do get to play. Like, they've been doing structure decks pretty well. I'm going to say that. Like, structure decks have been doing a pretty solid job. And the stuff in there is meta relevant if you want to break it apart. I'm just going to put a B.
Okay.
I'm with that. I don't have anything to add. I mean, okay, well, actually, no, I do have one thing to add. I think Traptrix, it was a better job of, like, pick up and play.
Yep.
Like, since, like, most people like kind of more mid-rangey kind of control thing versus more combo-ish stuff.
Yeah.
But I still think these are both great structure decks. So, B's cool.
All right. Next, Sam, you get the best set of the year, probably.
Probably
Age of Overlord.
I think A.
A?
Same thing.
Can it be
Like,
argued for S?
This is S, right?
Yeah, like, well, I think there's only one S tier set this year.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? But other than that, like, I think there's an like what?
But
what's
for core sets, though, if you're going with
Yeah,
core
core
set, this is the best of the year, right?
Yeah.
True.
That's why I put it at the front of the best of the core sets.
Best
Okay.
score sets.
Yeah,
By far. It is like SP, which
you know,
I still
like-
want to open this.
it's the most revolutionary card ever printed. That card is crazy. Dial Bellstar coming out, the wanted cards like Sinful Spoiled. Yeah, honestly, but
Yeah,
but
this has 2 $100 secrets in it right now, which is
And there's
ridiculous.
also the horror stuff in there, too.
the horrors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything was good.
This set was really solid. It was a solid set. Like, I think A, like everything in A was really good. Like everything that we put A is perfect. But we all know, like, you know, the elephant in the room. Like, there's only one S tier set. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get that one. Let's get that one out of the way. Let's all get this one out of the way. We have Rarity Collection.
Yeah, S.
So it's man,
gonna be.
didn't do it right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this set was broken. And even now, I
Yeah.
still want to open it. I think this thing is gonna be so fun to open for like years to come.
Yo.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm worried about with this is
Wait,
the print quality not aging well.
Yeah. Tom, remove that.
Yeah, you got like some tabs or whatever. Okay, yeah.
Okay, you're good.
But,
Continue. Sorry, Ruxin.
Tabs? What tabs?
No, like you had like tenant tabs, like tenant rules or tabs that are on the bottom.
What the hell?
it's good now. It's gone now.
No, you're
yeah.
good now. You're good now.
I'll cut it later.
Yeah. I just don't want us the whole segment and then for you to know to stay there. But
Oh,
Ruxin,
these tabs. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Oh.
but this is definitely the S tier product of the year.
Oh, 100%.
I think it's gonna be super good, super good. There's just nothing. There's nothing bad about it. So you're worried about
well-
it aging poorly. But how
Yeah,
could it
so
age
what-
poorly though?
Not the actual cards, but the actual quality of the cards. Have you seen how they don't really? They kind of
Oh.
have smudges and the stuff will come
Yeah.
off if you leave them in
Yeah.
a sleeve. And
So it's production
stuff like that.
quality.
Yeah, so if like you have this in a couple years, I'm worried if you open it up, they're gonna be like stuck to each other or something like that. I don't know that it's gonna happen. It's not for sure, but that's the one thing I'm worried about with like holding this set because I do have a few boxes left, and I've seen people complaining about it already because it's only a month old, and I'm like, if we have this next year, are these cards gonna like melt or something? You know, 'cause, like,
Put it
no,
under the
rares,
sun.
black rares.
That's actually really valid though, because like, listen, those, you guys remember when they were doing the what was it, like gold, what was the gold thing called? Like
Maximum gold.
Yeah, those do that.
They-
Yeah, exactly.
They melt and like they like, I've had people at locals, it falls off. Like
Yeah.
the gold frame will just fall off the card. And
Yeah.
So what's
like,
under it? What's under the frame?
It's just
It's white.
Yeah, it's like white. Yeah, like it's kind of
Ooh,
like
now you got
cardboard or
the
whatever.
secret white rare.
Those things, people were like, oh, like putting on the Facebook markets, the reprint groups. Oh, I pulled a misprint, like maximum gold rare. Like, nah, bro.
Misprint, I ripped off the rarity.
No, you know what's the cool things about Maximum Gold's misprint though? I really like was the ones that were super off and really destroyed the card. Like it's like half a card and half of another card, and they're just like, and then the gold just slapped right on. Those
Yeah.
are great. I love those.
Yeah,
I
those
love
are
how
crazy.
bad they are.
What I was gonna say with the Reptons thing too about the cards sticking together is like these all use that like sticky film thing that they use.
The varnish or no, the film. Yes.
Yeah, like and I always feel like you're right. Like that could definitely stick like together if packs were just compressed for a long time or kind of
Yeah,
Something
that
like
worries me a little bit because whenever I always use penny sleeves for before I sell it, and even like within the couple days I had a lot of the cards, they were already sort of sticking to that, which is what Maximum Gold did. And I'm like, I hope that this doesn't like get worse in the future because obviously we want this set to continue because it's really nice. So
a legit concern. I think the only gripe I have with Rarity Collection, this is mainly just for the Prismatic Collector Rare. If you guys notice, some of the printings have a line on them.
Oh, do they? Okay.
They have a line. If I were to show you guys, I don't have one on me right now, but let me just pick a random card on the table. Sure, this one. Like, if there was like a line like here, like right there. It's only on the frame. It's only on the varnish. It's that film layer. The film layer has like a thing here, and you can see it at the bottom too, and it goes all the way down. And that's like the one thing that is obviously not on this card, but like on an actual card.
Did you guys see the boxes where you don't get ultimate rares?
And what did it get instead?
That.
You get extra collector rares. So you get like 8 or 9 collector rares.
So they botched it in the distribution.
I had a box to open up and I accidentally gave it away, so I didn't get to make the video. But like I know Jarvis had 2 cases and they all were collector rare. He didn't get a single ultimate rare because he sent me a message. He's like, "What do the ultimate rares look like?" Because he was like, thought he was missing them. But I was like, dude, like he opened them with me like on his FaceTime, and he was like, I was like, you're just not getting them. Like, you're just getting more collector rares. Something weird is going on. So there's like cases out there like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So super weird. So there's like
production.
quality control issues, but that's it.
Yeah, I don't want to like doom her on like the product itself is like amazing. It's obviously, I mean, people at locals are loving this sort of thing. Like, it's just you finally get to play like these like old $60 cards. Like everyone gets a Prosperity now. Everyone gets Barone now. Like everyone gets Talents. Like it's
like
been amazing.
You can't complain.
Like
this is such a good entry point for everyone to play.
Roxanne, how much are Ash collectors? I mean, the quarter century.
I think it's like 160 or something last I saw.
Oh, they're dropping. But they'll hold. They'll hold. I hope.
Oh, bro, that's crazy. And how about Prosperity too? Is it like $100?
I think everything else is like down like 70 or less. The QC, or the Ash is the big one, and other than that, it's all like 70. I mean, it's affordable stuff, even if you want the high rarity ones.
Wow, that's good. Okay.
Something you can hold on, and let's see how the prices, steady up in a couple of years. Yeah. I think we still have this in market right now, so it's not too hard to pick it up. They did a good job in supplying. I thought that it was going to be super short because of it. But anyways, let's move on to the next product. And this was such a hard act to follow. It was Valiant Smashers. It did a decent job. I think this one, let's see who did. This one should be you. We did all that one together. So this was you. Valiant Smashers. We have the Valmonica, we have Centurion, and Memento.
What's a Valmonica?
Valmonica is the thing I was holding on earlier.
That should tell you all. The fact that Sam just has no clue probably should tell you all you need to know about this set. I mean, like, this set, Centurion's pretty cool. So, like, it's neat. I know, like, I have some friends who play it. It's fine, but still, this is like a deck builder set, which I'm already like kind of biased against those a little bit naturally.
Let's compare them with another deck
like Wild Survivors
because it's clearly not Amazing Defenders.
So here's the thing. We know that Amazing Defenders has the benefit of time. Like, it's gotten to have all of its extra cards, and so like the decks have come together. I know that like this will probably end up aging decently well. Like once these cards get more support, who knows? Like we might have Memento be like a top tier deck. Who's to say? But that being said, I think that this came out at not a great time. It was following up Rarity Collection. And I think a lot of people were like burnt on just spending so much on Rarity Collection and Age of Overlord. And it just, I don't know that I would put it higher than C. I think D might be a little rude, but like C just,
Centurion's better or worse than Maze. It's worse than Wild Survivors, I think, right?
Yeah, it's way worse.
It's worse than Wild Survivors.
Okay.
So it's like above better than Maze is the question.
It's better. It's above Maze. It's definitely not as good as Duelist Nexus. I'd rather have Duelist Nexus.
Here's one thing. One last thing about that though. I think that if Maze had not had like if Rarity Collection didn't happen and Maze was like the only Baron reprint and stuff like that, I'd say Maze might have even been a little better. But because Maze aged so badly, I would say yes, this is still better than Maze.
Yeah.
Okay. And finally, the last product before we get to the lightning round, we have the Fire King structure deck. Roxanne, did you even look at these?
No.
I'll pass this to Sam. Sam, what do you think?
Same thing. All structure decks were solid this year. B.
All B. This is better than Traptrix or not better than Traptrix? This one gave
Better. Better. I think it's better. Oh,
Really?
Oh.
Okay, here's why I say I think it's better.
Competitive wise, yes, it's better, but
Yeah.
the ability, I don't think so. So honestly, bro, let's put it as the top of B, because it's gonna be the top tier deck next format.
That's
so.
true. It's gonna age nicely. Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. I think all three of these structures are like great. So
Oh, good. And like,
know.
honestly, to look at it at the end, Traptrix will become last when it comes to the meta, because the Red Dragon Archfiend deck, you know, we got Vision, Resonator, Crimson Gaia, like those are still really good with the Bestial stuff and stuff like that.
Yep.
Making this better. So it, you know, meta wise, yes, Traptrix is the worst. But like Paul said, you know, pick 3 up and play. The true definition, the best deck was Traptrix. Pick up 3 and play. Like literally, Traptrix, you can literally take 3 decks to a regional and actually go X2. Like get your invite with it. That's how good it is. Like it's so good. Like I remember when it first came out, like Floodgate Trapple against Castillo, GG, bro. Like pack up your bags. Like, you know, you're go home. You know, and it's like it was crazy. It was good. I liked it.
yeah, like I think all three of these structures are like they're nice. So
Solid.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It seems like they kind of figured out what they wanted to do with structure deck, and they kind of figured out what people wanted out of their structure decks now. And then we have the 3 OTSs.
I noticed you didn't add Pot of Greed collection.
Oh, I completely forgot about Pot of Greed.
I don't know.
Collection.
It's not like that important because I mean,
Where would
whatever.
hypothetically where would we put a Pot of Greed collection? I like the figurines. I do like the concept of them.
It was sick. The
Yeah,
collection was
the
cool.
figurines super high quality. They were like I thought they were gonna be cheap plastic crap, but like the quality of them is actually very very good. And also, I do have a feeling that the quarter century, the quality is good. And also, quarter century Pot of Greed might like have a price like down the line. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be like anything huge or crazy, but like also maybe it would. Like I don't know.
I'll edit it in post. I'll shove it in there in post.
But
Where would you put it?
The disappointing part about this was that you bought it in like February or whatever it was, and then they reprinted a bunch of the pots and Rarity. before you
Yes,
even got them.
I
That was the sad part.
100% agree
'Cause I
with.
spent like $600 on a few of these, and then I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna have a play set," and then it was like, "Oh, I get those for $3 in Rarity. I guess it doesn't matter."
That's exactly how I felt. I was so hyped because a lot of people actually didn't buy the pot collection because when they did the promo, they only showed the Japanese cards. So everyone thought that they were going to be Japanese cards. And there's this little text at the end of the promo that says, "Yeah, these will be playable in English."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like
think-
they should have used the
I think
correct
that
cards for
helps
it.
though. Like it does help because it means like if you did take the plunge on buying the pot collection, like I still think like it'll make it feel more like valuable because not as many people will probably have it.
It's true. I mean,
So-
you do get an exclusive rarity for those pots, and at the time it was super hype because you do get like Pot of Prosperity, like a triple set of pot. Like Prosperity at the time was like what $100.
Yeah,
So-
that's why I was so excited.
So it was
about
super excited. But then Rarity Collection came out and just blew it out of the water. It destroyed it basically.
Yeah.
It's still like it's way better than the other like high end kind of garbage like Dark Magician.
It's definitely the
and,
best
like,
one of those. Like in terms of
Of those
random
types of
products,
cards?
it's really
Yeah.
cool.
Well,
I would call it like B.
okay.
End of B tier
like
or something
that.
like that.
Okay, let's go for a quick little summary before we do the lightning round. So S tier product, we have Rarity Collection. A tier product with 2 core sets and a deck build sets. I think they figured out a formula there somewhere down the line. And then all of the structure decks were solid this year, which is actually kind of rare to see. We have only 1 core set that didn't do so well. Even like the one in C tier was pretty decent. Like core sets, I think they know what they're doing now. There hasn't really been the one that was like, oh, you can just skip it and not worry about it. Deck build sets, they can probably still work on it a little bit, but then again, these they take time to age before we figure it out. The shoes are like very inaccessible, and they probably could have chose a better model, honestly. And finally, Battles of Legend and the tin. Too many like product overflow that kind of left these kind of down, and I guess the other legendary collections, the legendary duelist sets, I don't know where to put these. I don't know how to deal with it. They've got something to solve there, and really missed the mark on the Platinum Dark Magician. That sounds about right for this year.
Yep.
All right, lightning round time. Don Saluk with the guns. Let's go with B.
B.
B tier.
Maybe even A if you're like kind of into the old. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Don Salute?
It's one of the
Yeah,
more
it's pretty
iconic like kind of sensor things or whatever.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
honestly, dude, I can argue again. Like no one's gonna be like, hey, do you remember Don Zalug? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
Hey,
mean,
you remember Monster Reborn? Oh yeah, I know Monster Reborn. I know Pot of Greed. Hey,
Don Zalug.
You like Don Zalug? You know what I'm saying? Like, no one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It takes
Like,
it takes a GOAT player to know this one.
I think it's
We have Abisu.
I don't. have any opinion on this.
I don't even know what's different on this.
The bombs have wicks.
Oh yeah, F.
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference. Okay, Traptrix. Where would you want to put this? So Traptrix, more cleavage,
what's
more
the
skin
difference?
showing.
Let's be honest. They're all sick, guys. Come on, let's be honest. They're all ass.
I don't care. Yeah, I mean, I don't care for that sort of art really. Like on these cards.
Where was it?
Bro, no one's ever gonna go like, oh my god, is yours the lost art? It looks like the same one from the Special Decks. Like you know, like no one's gonna say that to you.
Like, I think if you're into those sorts of cards, it's probably like a B or something.
But in terms of product drop time, I think it was pretty decent because it dropped right around the Traptrix structure deck. So if you didn't have these probably would both go here because they were like another. Like you bought the structure, you also get the card with it.
I'm with it. That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Senju, this is cool.
I like this one.
Really? Oh, okay, true. Okay, sorry.
This one's actually cool. Like this is an actual different art.
It looks different. That's
It's
why I like
it's
it.
a completely different art.
Yeah.
Let's do A. It's kind of unique for that.
This one's very unique.
I like it. I think it's cool.
Stygian Dirge. I don't know what they changed. There's a There's a
Yeah,
fist.
I don't either.
A skull? I don't know what it
I
is.
don't-
I don't know what it did.
Yeah,
Zombre the Dark.
Yeah, what they do here?
No, on this one he actually has his logo.
Yeah, his logo is on there now. They removed
this is
his
like
logo.
a really cool. It's a really random cool thing. I would call it like A or B, strictly for novelty, not because like it's like I don't think anyone's gonna really care.
I
but
just
it's
like
it's a cool
Zambiros
one.
though.
I like that. And it's also a Yugi card.
We have Magician's Salvation.
It looks
Hey,
That's
dark.
pretty. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
It's pretty
Awesome
dope.
art.
I love.
Awesome art.
I didn't know that she was a lost art. That's crazy.
Mitsu. She's now wearing a crop
This
top.
already got a lost art. Did they just print this card?
Yeah, well,
I've never
like
understood why they
her
do
side
that.
now, she's wearing like revealing pants, and her cleavage got a little bit more revealed.
My thing with this is I hate when they do this thing where like they'll release the card and then like Bruxton said, like the lost art will come out like less than like half a year later, and it's just like what's even
Just release it.
just
to begin
release it
with.
that way to begin with. Like
Yeah.
I'll say like C or something, C, D, something. I don't know.
The Macrocosmos card. This one looks very different.
That's Microcosmos.
This is not Macrocosmos. This is Grand
That's Grand
Convergence.
Convergence.
This is the blow up of every single card in the field. It's a dark hole.
Although I will say, Tom, Macrocosmos did also release this year.
Yeah.
It's not like a big deal, but like whatever. It's
I'd
they
give it a
both-
little
they
bit
did
better,
both.
but no one really cared about this card because no one even played it.
Grand Convergence, no one cares.
This
Macro
one,
people might care.
this is the best lost art. Can you imagine just buying product and getting a Dark Ruler no more?
Yeah, I think this is A.
Yeah, like
I think
in the
this would be fun.
2019 10s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but this is guarantee. You know what? Okay, OTS packs. Sam, you get the first one. Fenrir, A tier. Next one, we have the Perlily, the Triple Tactics Thrust Enemy Controller. Oh, no, not Enemy Controller, just Thrust and Perlily.
Hey.
It's not bad.
That's A.
They're all good, bro.
Enemy Controller, Kurikara.
Also A.
This
Yeah,
one's
yeah.
probably the worst one. I
Well,
think.
there you go. This sums it up. Everything has been settled. They've done a good job with the OTS packs this year. Like, there's definitely nothing ruined when it comes to that. I mean, it's like free packs when you join, I guess. Yeah. Good choices overall. Like, have you noticed something though? Like, this is like we're gonna close this one out very soon. The ban list. Notice that these cards are not touched. Fenrir didn't get touched. Reinhardt never gets touched. Stripe Blue didn't get touched.
Yeah, they know.
I'm starting to know this pattern is like getting really obvious.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is,
Interesting.
they don't. Well, because if you think about it, it makes perfect sense, right? Like these are like products for people who actually like go to tournaments and play and like take them seriously. So I mean, like if you win something from a freaking OTS pack and then like it gets banned, I mean that would be kind of rude.
It feels really, really bad. It sucks. It sucks when they do that. And I'm glad that they kind of left it in there. But the print quality for these have been so hit or miss.
Oh, but it's all
The
for what it's worth,
Fenrir,
it's always
you can get
been
a
that
Fenrir
way.
with no spiral. It's just a shiny, glossy card, and there's no spiral around it. Or you can get one with a spiral. And now when you buy and trade online, you don't know if someone's gonna give you one with a spiral or not.
There was a year that we did the same video, and we were talking about the Nibiru. Does anybody remember the Nibiru from like a couple years back?
Yeah.
Where it was like notoriously, like the numbers were like spaced weird on its attack points,
Yep.
and like it was just a mess.
Okay. Well, there you have it. This is the undisputed top tier product list of 2023. If you guys enjoy this, well, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up, hit subscribe, ding the notification bell. Check out Team APS, Ruxin34, and Team Samurai X1. Check out all their channels. And first of all, thank you guys for watching and enjoying this time with us. Hopefully, you guys bless your polls. Have a good time. Don't get sick. Anything else you guys want to add?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thanks,
Have
Tom.
a good one. You know?
Thanks for joining
Thanks
in,
for having us
everyone.
on. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun going into these products.
Oh,
And-
I would say one last thing.
Nick,
Leave in the comments, what was your favorite product of this year?
And
They're
not
all-
Rarity Collection.
not Rarity
We all know that's
Collection.
the answer.
Yeah, bonus points if it's not Rarity Collection.
All right, thank you all, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Later.